Assalamu alaikum, students. How are you? I'm fine. I think you are also fine with the mercy of Almighty Allah. Students, we are going to start our online video class. Before that, special thanks from my side because some of the students already subscribed me in YouTube. Some of the students emailed me. Some of the students said me through mobile phone number that, ma'am, from your class we got lots of information. Thanks once again. In this unavoidable condition for COVID-19, we cannot see one another, but we can share our views through this class. So students, I hope that you will be concentrated because in my class, as usual, I am saying you or I am discussing lots of information which you will not get in your book. So students, welcome you again, and I, Ziasmin Akter, is always with you. Before starting our today's topic, can I ask you some question from the previous topic? What was your previous topic? Yes, I know that you can say our previous topic was what? Unholiness. What is unholiness? Unholiness is just opposite of holiness. Okay, how many kinds of unholiness are there? There are two kinds of unholiness. One is najasati hakiki and another one is najasati. That means real unholiness and unreal unholiness. In page number 23, 24, you will get lots of information about this. Okay, so let's enjoy our today's class, and once again welcome you. Okay, students, welcome to our online class. I think you can see me nicely. Okay, go to the next slide. What are you seeing here? Very cute baby. The first picture we are seeing, he is taking bath. Okay, then in the next picture we are seeing that someone is washing his hand. Okay, go to the next slide. What are you seeing? Yeah, one baby is washing his face. Okay, so from these three pictures, you can guess what will be our today's topic. I think you can already guess what will be our today's topic. Yes. Okay, I am helping you. Go to the next slide. What are you seeing? Our today's topic will be holiness, and I collected it from chapter 2, lesson number 3, page number 24 to 25, and our today's lecture number is 23. Okay, and I am Ziasmin Akter, you know that. Okay, students, then go to the next slide. You see what Allah is saying about holiness. Okay, Allah is saying, Wallahu yuhibbul muttaqin. And its English meaning is, Allah loves those who remain pure properly. Surah Tawbah, ayat 108. You know that all the rules, regulation in Islam which we are observing, we are getting it from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And Quran is the main source of our Islamic rules, regulation. And if we will not follow Quran, if we will not confess Quranul Karim's ayat, that it is true, that then we will be distressed from Quran. And it is our obligatory duty to observe Allah's order. So here, as we are getting Allah's order that remain pure properly. So I think as a Muslim, we will be very serious about purity. Okay, go to the next slide. Now, after seeing this slide, you can easily understand that in this slide, we will discuss its meaning. Holiness is an English word. You know that its Arabic word is taharatun. And actually, taharatun means holiness. But taharatun, this word comes from tahara. Tahara means pure or holy, and tahara is an essential aspect of Islam. It is opposite of najasa. And do you know what is najasa? From the previous topic, we already known this. Najasa means the state of being impure. Today we'll discuss all the things which are related with holiness. It is achieved by first remove physical impurities from the body. That means holiness is achieved by removing physical impurities from the body. Okay, then go to the next slide. Okay, from this slide, you can easily understand that in this slide, we will discuss the kinds of holiness, internal holiness and external holiness. These are the two kinds of holiness. Okay. Before starting the definition of internal holiness, I want to say you something that are related with our with our Islam. Okay, our first kalima is started with the word law. That means La ilaha illallah Muhammadur Rasulullah. If we will go to the explanation of this kalima, we will see that with the word La, Allah is purifying our heart from the all internal impurities. That means all wrong beliefs. Okay, La ilaha, that means there is no ma'bud. Illallahu Muhammadur Rasulullah. Only Allah is our ilah, and Rasul Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam is the prophet and last messenger of Allah Subhanahu wa Taala. Okay, now come on the definition. Internal holiness is the term for keeping the heart free from all sorts of shirk, aqidah, riya, ghibat, etc. Here we are getting 4 new words, right? First of all, shirk. Shirk means what? Comparing Allah's identity with the like fire, statues, big trees, hills, mountains, and which one is totally forbidden in Islam. Then Aqidah. Aqidah means what? Belief. So as a Muslim, we cannot believe all kinds of bad beliefs, like there is lots of God and God is except Allah. Then here you see another word, Riya. Riya means pride. Then Ghibat. Ghibat means slandering or telling ill of others. All these things are what? All these things are just make our heart impure. So we have to keep us free from this sort of bad things. Then in Quran, Hadith, Allah and Rasul Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam again and again advised us to maintain internal holiness. Allah told, surely shirk is a serious tyranny. So here you see shirk is one very bad thing. Then Surah Luqman verse 30. Then external holiness, keeping the body holy with the help of ablution, bath, tayammum, etc. is called internal holiness. Okay, then go to the next slide. Then importance. Rasul Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam said, prayers are not accepted without purity, and charity is not acceptable if made with illegally acquired wealth. We are getting this. We are getting this hadith in Muslim Sharif. Then the body remains sound if its purity is maintained. The mind also fresh, it becomes easier to concentrate on studies and all sorts of activities. In Islam, purity is called the half part of Iman. So you see here we are getting one word, Muslim Sharif. You know, in our class we discussed about Ziasmin. We know that there are 6 very respectable hadith books in Islam, and in a word they are called Ziasmin, and Muslim Sharif is one of them. Here you see Rasul Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam emphasized the purity of mind and the purity of wealth also. Then the body remains sound if its purity is maintained. The mind also fresh. Students, from our practical life, we can see that if we will, after a long journey, after doing class, when we are feeling bored, tired, that time, if we will do bath or take ablution, that time we are feeling freshness. So what? Purity is very important in our Islam, and it is proved that if we will if we will take ablution, if we will fresh ourselves at that time, it will be helpful for our sound mind and sound body. Okay, go to the next slide. Now, students, we are going to share two stories with you. By these stories, I will try to make you understand about the importance of holiness. Okay. In the first story, we are saying Abu Huraira reported. Do you know who was Abu Huraira? Actually, Abu Huraira was one of the respectable Sahabas and person of Rasul Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam. And he was very learned person also in the ancient Arabia. And one day, what happened? He met the messenger of Allah Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam in the road of Medina while he was in a state of impurity. He slipped away and left to take a bath, then returned. Rasul Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam said, "Oh Abu Huraira, where were you?" He said, "I was in a state of impurity and I disliked to sit with you while I am not pure." The Prophet Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam said, "Glory be to Allah, verily the Muslim is not impure." So we have to be very serious about purity. So here you see one of the respectable person, one of the respectable Sahabas of Rasul Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam, Abu Huraira, didn't sit with Rasul Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam because what? Because of his impurity. So as a follower of Muhammad Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam, as a banda of Allah Subhanahu wa Ta'ala, we have to be very serious about purity. Okay, go to the next story. One day, Prophet Muhammad Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam was passing by two graves. That time he said, "Those who were buried in these graves are now being subjected to chastisement." Students, do you know the meaning of chastisement? Actually, chastisement means serious punishment. Okay, the sins of one of them is that he did not try to remain pure from the defilement of urine. Then Rasul Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam broke off a green branch of a date tree and planted on the two graves after breaking it into two halves. The Sahabas Radiallahu Ta'ala Anhum asked him, "Oh, the Prophet of Allah, why did you do this?" He replied, "Now we can hope that the chastisement in the grave will be relaxed till these two pages dry up." Bukhari and Muslim. Here we are getting again Bukhari and Muslim Sharif name, and I already told you in Siha Sitta, that means 6 respectable hadith books. Bukhari and Muslim Sharif are very important hadith books. Okay. So from these two stories, you can easily understand that we have to be very serious about purity. Otherwise, after our death, Allah Subhanahu wa Ta'ala will give us serious punishment. May Allah mercy upon us so that we can save us from this sort of punishment. Okay, then go to the next slide. Here you see, I took one ayat from Surah Al-Ma'idah, and Surah Al-Ma'idah, you know, very important surah of Quranul Kareem, and this surah is famous for Allah's instruction for ablution and what? Tayammum. Allah says in ayat number 6, Surah Al-Ma'idah, Allah does not desire to impose any inconvenience on you, rather He wants to make you pure. Students, actually Allah Subhanahu wa Ta'ala always what? Always gave us that sort of rules regulation that are easier for us, and not only that, He is our creator, so He knows which rule will be good for us, which rule will be bad for us. So it is the order of Allah to maintain purity. So may Allah mercy upon us so that we can follow this. Then go to the next slide. Then in this slide, we will discuss the law of Sharia. Here we are getting another new word, that is Sharia. Sharia means what? Actually, Sharia means the rules regulation of Islam. Okay, which we are getting actually in Quran and in Sunnah, that means Hadith. Sharia is the criterion for holiness and unholiness. None has the right to create any variation in this regard on the basis of his or her own idea, intelligence, knowledge, or liking. only those things which have been declared holy by the Sharia are really holy, and those things which have been branded as unholy by the Sharia are unholy. Therefore, holiness has to be attained according to the laws of Sharia. So we have to be very careful about the law of Sharia, because, for example, I'm taking bath, okay, but I'm not following the rules of Sharia. So my bath will not be what correct, and I cannot attain purity. Then, for example, I am taking ablution, okay, but I'm not following the law of Sharia, the rules of Sharia. So that time I cannot acquire purity. So we have to follow the rules of Sharia. Okay, then go to the next slide, students. Yes, nowadays we are clarifying everything by the help of science. In this COVID-19 situation, we are hearing one word again and again, that wash your hand nicely. Am I right? For 20 seconds. Students, okay, fine. In the previous slide, I told you that what? Ablution, bath, tayammum or tayammum, these are the actually rules or ways of taking a holiness or performing holiness. So these are very important in Islam. Okay, first here you see ablution refreshes your body. Yes, in Islam, among all the ways of holiness, actually Rasul Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam emphasizes more in ablution. He said that whenever you will be angry, whenever you will feel anxiety or bored, just take ablution. It will what? It will make you fresh. It will make you relax. Not only that, in this COVID-19 situation in China, scientists are telling that take ablution or clean yourself like Muslims. So we have to say Alhamdulillah that Allah gave us these rules before 1,400 years ago. Okay, then in the second, you see we are getting one therapy's name, that is reflexotherapy. People are going in China, Thailand, and they are spending lots of money for taking this therapy. But you know that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is giving this therapy freely. If we will follow, science is telling, if we will follow the rules of ablution properly during taking ablution, that time we will take we will get reflexotherapy freely. So just say Alhamdulillah. Then in the third, washing nose prevents from microbic diseases. Students, inside our nose, you know that there are lots of microbic diseases, microbic germs, and for these microbic germs, we are facing viral fever, then coughing, then fever, and many more diseases. If we will wash our nose properly by following the rules of ablution, and if we reach water nicely, that time we can be free from microbic diseases. Because actually we cannot see microbic germs, but after some days we are feeling that it's a bad side. Okay, then here students, washing arms actively actives blood circulation. You see, when we are washing our hands 3 times, that during ablution, just it improves our blood circulation. It is what? It is said by the science and scientists and also the doctors. Then washing hands prevent you from what? Pneumonia. We know that nowadays doctors are telling us wash your hands nicely and nicely, because actually by your hands we are touching many things, and we are actually we are going near or we are going touch of many germs. If we wash our hands properly, then we can prevent pneumonia. Then here you see in 6th number, taking bath every day keeps us free from germs and diseases. You know that before taking bath, as a Muslim, we are taking first wudu, right? And you see, when we will take bath every day, that can we can get free from microbial diseases. Then our blood circulation will be improved. Then we can get free from pneumonia. Not only that, many more advantages we will get. Okay, so from this you can easily understand that the rules, regulation, the ways of Islamic Sharia are proved by science. So we are very lucky that we are Muslim, and Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala gave us all this information many more years ago. So Rasul sallallahu alaihi wasallam, best teacher and last prophet of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Okay, go to the next slide. Okay, now feedback class. Students, from this slide, you will get 6 questions, and here you see the right portion. I get the marks. Okay, the first question is, what is the Arabic word of holidays? You know that? What? Taharatun. Yes, and this is called knowledge-based question. And whenever you will write this question's answer, please write the keyword nicely and correctly, otherwise your full mark will be cut down. You can write this 1 mark question answer in one sentence or in 1 word, that means keyword. Okay, what did Allah say about holiness? It is discussed in this class. In the slide you will get, and in your book page number 24, 25, you will get this. And here you see mark is 2, right? So for these 2 marks, you have to make 2 paras. Okay, then mention the hadith narrated by Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam regarding holiness. Here also mark is 2, so you have to make 2 paras, and you will get this discussion in this class slide. Not only that, in your book you will also get it. Then students, number 4, you see its mark is again 2. How many kinds of holiness are there in Islam? I already told you there are 2 kinds of holiness. One is external holiness and another one is internal holiness. Okay. Then number 5, do you think purity is helpful for sound mind and body? Okay, here number is 3. I am telling in your class also that whenever you will go to write 3 number question answer, so that time try to make 3 paras, and please you will write your any quotation from Quran or Sunnah, and it is available in your book. Not only that, whenever you will write this question, you have to keep it in mind that you have to write the correct information. And here you see, after seeing the question pattern, you can easily understand that this is what applying this question. Okay, do you think purity is helpful for sound mind and body? Analyze. You can add some information from your surrounding condition also, from your practical life also. Okay, then last question, prayers are not accepted without purity, and charity is not acceptable if made with illegally acquired wealth. Discuss number 4. And for number question, you have to make 4 paras, and here also try to add some quotations from Quran or Hadith if you wanna get good mark. And here also you will try to add something from your own, show your creativity if you wanna get good mark. But some students, it is very boring thing that some students are writing just lots of lines again and again. Sometimes they are just copying some lines from the previous question, but that is not adjustable with the last question answer. That means a higher order question answer. That means which question is carrying 4 marks. Okay, so please avoid this, otherwise you will not get good mark. So wish you all the best. You will follow my advices and you will get good mark. Okay, students. So that's all from my side. So go to the next slide. Okay, students, I think all the discussions I have already discussed. It will be helpful for you. Now, come on for homework. Our online homework. Today's homework will be 17 learn and write these 2 questions answered. I wish that you will follow my advices and you will write this. Okay, what is the Arabic term of holiness? You can easily write this. You will get it in your book, in my slide also. Then mention the hadith narrated by Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Here you see Marquis 2, so you can easily write this. You will make 2 paras for this. So thank you, students. After all, if you have any problem, please knock me. I think everybody have my mobile number, so you can easily dial me. You have my email number also. So I'm always ready to give you the answer, to help you. Okay. Thank you to all for today's class, for observing today's class. Okay, may Allah mercy upon all, so that we can follow the laws of Sharia regarding holiness. Okay, students, that's all from my side. Allah Hafiz. Assalamu alaikum.